Hey everyone, another day, well, to be honest, this is a bit of a weird one. Today we're looking over the K8 Gamebox, which is a plug-in games console shaped like a retro handheld. The handheld looks are purely for show, so if you pick up the K8 looking for your next retro handheld fix, you're likely to be immediately disappointed. So the K8 comes with at least one controller, and other than the Gamebox shaped like a handheld, we've got a HDMI, a USB cable, as well as two sets of sticking buttons that you can finish the handheld-like design off if you like. Each controller comes with a wireless USB, which the K8 has two USB slots available to plug into, not including its slot for USB-C power. Each controller requires two AAA batteries to power, which aren't included in the box, and the K8 during the current Singles Day sales can be found for the around $40-ish mark. The K8 is powered by the Amlogic S905 chip, which will give us up to some, but far from all, of the Dreamcast catalogue in terms of emulation. It also has 1GB of RAM, comes with EmuELEC as its OS, and has no wireless capabilities outside of what you plug in via one of the available USB slots. So, just as a quick run through of the K8 shell, we've got a screen that's not actually a screen, as well as buttons that aren't actually buttons on the front. On the back, we've got the fan. On the top, we've got a USB slot for power, as well as the HDMI out, and on the bottom, we've got the two USB ports. The shell is tiny and not actually too bad all in all. I would have liked to have a power button at least, or it would have been super neat if the screen or buttons actually did something. But as a little game box, it's not bad design wise. Likewise, the design of the included controller looks quite cool in my opinion, but those great first impressions disappear the moment you have them in the hand. The joysticks are awkwardly shaped with restricted travel but relatively large but completely flat tops to them. They're not comfortable to use, and when you do, offer very little in terms of actual control. The face buttons are just about passable. They are nice and chunky, but they just aren't hugely responsive due to the large press required to them, and feel quite hollow with a bit of wobble to each press and recess. The shoulder buttons are level with the triggers, making for accidental presses, and also share the same hollow and wobbly feeling than the face buttons, just at a larger scale. I do like the inclusion of a few extra buttons like the mode C and Z buttons, as they give you a few options on a few more complicated controller systems, and they actually press well too, but just a little complicated to actually get to. The D-pad attempts the teardrop style, but is a great example on how not to do it. Each direction is far too thin in the centre and too wide on the outside, making it far too difficult to pull off multi-directional inputs, and with the plastic being really rough too, it just doesn't make for a great time using it at all. Cutting to some footage caught with the K8 plugged into a video capture card now, the K8 comes with a full version of EmuELEC, pre-configured to use the included controllers. All the options seem to be there. The wireless options are present but don't work by standard, but you can get them working by plugging in a wireless dongle if you like. You can also plug in any compatible joypad of your own and reconfigure it quite easily. And given the ROM set available isn't too bad, it's a pretty plug-and-play device that can only be made better by replacing the controller. In terms of gameplay, it seems to play most things pretty well, although I did have a few crashes with the default Nintendo 64 emulator. Fortunately, this can be changed on the EmuELEC menu, and other things can be configured or tweaked either within EmuELEC itself or RetroArch. Anyway, I'll cut some gameplay footage now and summarise back up at the end.
ウィン。ラウンド2、セットフリー、ファイト。KO。
So I can cut loose, right?
Use some discretion.
It's showtime.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, all in all, the K8 as a plug-and-play retro gaming gamebox isn't too bad. Obviously, if you were purchased thinking it would be a handheld due to its design, you'll be immediately disappointed. But thinking as the K8 as a plug-and-play retro game box that you can easily fit in your pocket, it's not half bad, although I would recommend replacing the controllers. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.